It is Thursday, May 9th of 2024, and you are watching Guy's Daily Drive. Bam! And welcome everyone to Guy's Daily Drive. I managed to skip all of the bad traffic. Actually, no, I didn't. I actually got all of the bad traffic. I don't know why I said skip. But I did manage to catch this light at an opportune time instead of weaving through the neighborhoods and trying to make a left later on. But this is how sometimes things just go. There were no kids on my path out of the neighborhood. But then I ran into a bunch of school buses. In front of me and behind me, I was surrounded by school buses. My goodness. This Sunday is Mother's Day, and I'm hoping that I'll be able, or that Tracy will be able to have, along with me naturally, be able to have Mother's Day dinner with both boys, Guy and Peter. Peter will definitely be there. He's made the reservations at a favorite Italian restaurant of ours that's down a little ways to the south, and it's always been good. And we found it by accident, which is really weird. But Guy knows about it, and we've made reservations in such a way that both he and his significant other Ashley can attend. Hopefully they can, but you know, I mean, it's coming up from Richmond on a Sunday and then having to go back down to Richmond on a Sunday. And I get that. I do. I really do. I know what a pain in the neck it can be as far as traffic goes. And I don't even know if Guy's in town right now, as he left for Chicago the day after they all came back from Peter's bachelor party. He ended up flying from New York back to Richmond, so he didn't take the train like Peter and a couple of the other groomsmen did. So, I get that too. One of the groomsmen really has a phobia about flying. I mean, I don't like to fly. I will go to ridiculous lengths to not fly, but at the same time, I can be practical about it, because it's like, you're not going to drive to Boise. You're not going to drive to Texas. I have driven to Chicago, and I have driven, you know, all the way down to Florida, and it saves you a little money if you can manage to do the trip all in one go, because then you don't have to pay for a hotel halfway through. And the last couple times, like when I go to Chicago, I have never managed to get all the way to Chicago without stopping for the night driving. And the last couple times I've gone to Florida, it's been the same thing. I used to go from where I lived, this is before I got married, where I lived, all the way down to Melbourne, Florida, without spending the night. And the weird way I used to do it, I would leave very late at night, so there'd be no traffic between Northern Virginia and Richmond. So it'd be like 11 o'clock at night with a couple of thermoses of pre-made coffee. And I would go until I hit the South Carolina Welcome Center, of course, just on the other side of the border from North Carolina. And I would just kind of sit there until the sun came up. I wouldn't necessarily sleep, though if I did get a couple of hours, then, you know, bonus. But typically I would just kind of chill there until I saw the sun come up, and then I would start driving again. And then I could get all the way down to Melbourne without any real big issue. But I was much younger then. And you know, even when the kids were small and we used to go to Orlando, I would drive from here to Orlando. We'd leave very early in the morning, like 4:30 in the morning, so that the kids would just go right back to sleep. You know, the rocking of the car and all that would just put them back to sleep. And it would be, you know, depending on how old they were, we would have to make a couple of stops just so they could get out of the car for a bit. And of course, you know, bathroom breaks and food and all the rest of that. I never really pushed the idea of, okay, limited bathroom breaks. You know, every single time I would see a rest area come up, it would be like, does anybody need to use the bathroom? Does, you know, is anyone hungry? And, you know, after a while, okay, good. After a while, they learned that when Dad said, does anyone need to go to the bathroom, that they should speak up and say something. And if they didn't, it might be 100 to 150 miles before there would be another rest area. You never know. It could be as little as 30, it could be as much as 150. So if you had to go to the bathroom, or even if you just thought you had to go to the bathroom, speak up. If you were hungry, speak up. I'll stop. I don't mind. You know, get something to eat. When I travel by myself, I do that all the time. I'll be driving along and be like, ooh, I haven't seen one of those restaurants in a long time. So just to get something a little bit different. You know, I've made weird stops for Arby's, and I've made weird stops for like Long John Silver's, or, you know, restaurants or Crystals, White Castle, you know, restaurants you don't see around here a lot or at all. And, you know, it's like, why not? Who am I trying to, you know, make time for? If it's just me and I know that I'm probably going to stop before I get to the destination, well then, you know, if I see a Crystals and I want a couple of sliders that I'll regret later, why not? And now with all these Buc-ee's going in everywhere, if I see a Buc-ee's, I'm definitely going to stop. Brisket sandwich, baby. And who knows what else I'll find while I'm in there. Anyway, no idea why this Guy's Daily Drive became the way it was. But it just did. This happens. But thank you all for joining me today on Guy's Daily Drive as I go through my my train of uneven thoughts on my way to wherever the hell it is that I'm going this morning. I know where I'm going, probably. If you want to get a hold of me, you can by sending an email to guy@mymac.com. You can also reach me, goodness, Threads, Instagram, Pinterest, X. Where else? Oh, there's other places. I just can't think of them. And you'll find them all as Mac Parrot. And on some of them, even as VertShark. VertShark.com, of course, is the website where you can go and catch all the latest odds and all the latest vids after I've, you know, edited them from the raw material that people are watching right this very minute. How weird is that? Boy, they're tearing the crap out of this road. And I got a stoplight. Of course I did. Well, I can just finish this up. If you'd like to help support me in the crazy things that I do, as far as podcasting goes, you can send me something through Patreon, patreon.com/MacParrot. You can buy me a coffee at ko-fi.com/MacParrot, or you can pay a pal at paypal.me/MacParrot. I really, really do appreciate it that all of you who are joining me today, downloading and listening, and even the very few of you that donate, you don't have to. I say this every time, and I'm not kidding, I mean it. I just love doing this, and when I stop loving doing it, I won't do it anymore. That's how it works. So don't feel obligated, don't feel guilty because you're downloading content and not giving me any money or anything like that. It's really not necessary. Come on, dude, let's go. So I will, hold on, bump. I will catch all of you next time right here on Guy's Daily Drive. Bye-bye.